Dreamcast. I am your host, Denise Walsh. I combine science, scripture, and stories that will inspire you to dive deep, break through your own personal glass ceiling, and design a life of your dreams. Welcome back to the Dreamcast. In today's solo episode, I'll be sharing 3 reasons why I love going to events. I recommend a local event at least once a month in your area. But you know what? A regional event or an event that you may have to fly to a few times a year will not only up-level you, but will up-level your business as well. So the first reason is that number 1, as entrepreneurs, we are always learning. If you want to learn how to do anything, we've got to get around those who are doing it. And events are a great place to soak in the knowledge of those who have what you want. We know that success is an identity process. So not only are you going to learn the skills, the hows, the what to do's for your business or your industry, but you're going to meet people who are doing what you want to do. And you're going to hear stories that remind you, I can do this. You know, what I love about events is that you'll recognize that there's no one size fits all. There are people from all walks of life, educated, not educated, city folks, country folks, any size, shape, doesn't matter. You'll see people that look just like you experiencing success in the way that you want to experience success. And success is an identity process. So as they start sharing their story, there's going to be some people on stage where you say, I could do that. That sounds just like me. If they can do it, I can do it. In fact, that's one reason why I started this podcast. I've been thinking about it for years, and I was following somebody who started their own podcast. And I remember one time she said, when I started this, I didn't know what I was doing at all. I'm just a hard worker. And that resonated with me because I've always identified myself as being a hard worker. And I thought, oh, there's no secret. There's no magic. She just did it and figured it out along the way. I can do this too. So when you're at an event, you're soaking in the wisdom, you're being around those who are doing it, but you're also hearing stories that will seep into your soul and start to shift your own identity. Number 2 is we are always laughing. You guys, let's enjoy the journey. And when you have an event on your calendar, it gives you something to look forward to. And it gives you a reason to maybe plan some team events, team dinners, or to find people to hang out with. If you don't quite know anybody yet, you will find yourself laughing so much at these events because it gets you out of your normal day-to-day routine and puts you in a situation where you have to ask questions. You have to go to lunch with people. You get to do this journey with people you aren't normally engaging with. And I come home always filled up. As they say, like bathing, right? Motivation is something that you have to do consistently in order to stay motivated. So I always have monthly events in my calendar. And I know I've learned this, when I come home, I am juiced up. I am overflowing, not just with what I've learned, but with how I feel because I'm having so much fun and I come back ready to work my business on that whole nother level. Number 3 is we are always networking. So of course you go to the event to learn, to connect, to have fun, but I want you to intentionally go to network and build your network on purpose. Think about, who do you want to be around? Who do you want to connect with while you're there? Who is doing what you want to do? And then how can you intentionally connect with them? So sometimes that happens even before the physical event. Maybe you're tagging them on Facebook or you're emailing or connecting through social media. You are telling them that what they're already doing is absolutely valuable to you and you are blessed by it and thank you. And, you're just kind of showing up in their space where they're already putting energy. And then when you get to the event, you can say, oh yeah, I'm the one that messaged you about X, Y, and Z. I'm the one that's been sharing your stuff. I'm the one that's been tagging you quite a bit. I can tell you there's so many people that I just start to get to know their social media handles because they're tagging me consistently. They're reaching out. They're asking good quality questions, not just like, please save my life questions, but like real questions that I can answer in a message. And they're telling me that what I'm doing is valuable to them. And so I'm just as excited to meet them at the event, right? That as they are to meet me. So some of that is pre-work before the event. Think about who do you want to connect with, get a picture with, talk to, and then come prepared with some questions. When you meet people who've been on stage or you are getting to know even other attendees, the goal is to be intentionally warm and open. Not on your phone, not hiding in a corner, but you want to have questions prepared. You want to have conversations kind of pre-planned so you can use this time to get to know people and not feel awkward about it. So I have something I've recently learned. It's called the form method, and this will help with that kind of on that first initial conversation where maybe you don't really know what to ask or what to say, and it helps to build rapport. So it's called the form method, and basically you just ask questions about FORM: family, occupation, recreation, motivation. So again, family, where do you live? How many kids do you have? Tell me a little bit about how long have you been married? Did you recently move here? Tell me a bit about your family. O is occupation. What do you do? And maybe if you're at a PodFest conference, like I recently was, obviously they do podcasting, but often they do other things. If you're at a corporate event, then they often work the business, but they may do other things. And so what do you do? What brought you here? Why did you get started in this? R, recreation. What do you do for fun? What do you do in your spare time? Have you traveled recently? Where's your favorite place? And then M, motivation. What is your next big goal? What are you working on now? How do you stay motivated? FORM, family, occupation, recreation, motivation can be just cues in your mind to help lead you in asking questions to someone that you have not yet met. The next thing I recommend with the goal of networking is to purchase a VIP badge if possible. A VIP badge, an inner circle badge, if there's ability to get in somehow, I absolutely recommend it. I recently went to a podcasting event because, again, I don't know anything about podcasting, and if I want to learn, I want to be around those who are doing it. So I signed up and I chose to get the VIP badge. There's 3 different options. I got the VIP one because I knew I wanted to truly get to know people. And I thought, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it. And guess what? Out of all 800 people that were at this event, only 4 purchased the VIP Inner Circle badge. And this VIP badge I got to go to a dinner with the organizers and get to know them. They introduced me to all of the different speakers. And I can tell you it's way cooler to be introduced by that third party than it is for me just to go up and say, hey, my name's Denise. You need to know me. Like I don't know. But when they introduced me, they would say, hey, this is my friend Denise. She's awesome. They gave me a warm introduction, which meant that the speakers were eager to get to know me as well. I can tell you it was absolutely worth it to not just go to the event and sit in the back and learn, but to get to know people and build relationships. I brought my business card. They brought their business cards. We swapped. We connected on social media afterwards. We emailed afterwards, and I got some people to be on the show, and I'm going to be on other people's shows. And it was just absolutely worth it to build those relationships because you never know what will happen when you up-level your community. Always networking. Pre-conference, during the event, and post-event is really important because, again, not only are you learning, but you're building your connections. And as we know, it's not just what you know. It truly is who you know, and who knows someone that has the exact way to help you, or maybe you have a way that can benefit them, and it's a mutually beneficial relationship. So I recommend get events on your calendar consistently. It will keep you motivated, keep you having fun, keep you learning, and growing your network every single step of the way. And you can find events everywhere. Check out the events calendar for local and regional events within your company, but then also Google entrepreneurial events, leadership events, personal development events, ways that you can maybe learn a specific skill, sales or marketing. There are events all over the country specific to what you are looking for. We just have to get on the computer and start looking for them. Meetup.com is another option. So when there's a will, there's a way, but consistently getting to events will keep you filled up and fueled up to get yourself to the next level. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. We'll see you in the next one.
Thank you so much for listening today. Head over to denisewalsh.com. Enter your email to subscribe to our list, and I'll be sending out an early bird special coupon. 50% off, in fact, of the Dream Life Workbook when it is launched in just a few months. So if you want to have first dibs, let's get your name on that list. Thanks again. I so appreciate you, and remember to dream big.